Okay, hopefully the sound will synchronize, not to have too much distortion. The um, recent reflecting pool disaster as the swamp that needs to be drained in DC is now exposed as created by the child rapist who is pretending to be leader of the free world. And Um, in Taoism, I have a paper on the green dragon as like the final stage of alchemy, being female, and it's ironic because the males train to be spiritual masters in Taoist alchemy, and you do that by um, s- activating the Wan Qi, which is non-dualism, and then storing it up in your body as a force. And this is done by reflection, or what they call turning the light around. So in the advanced stage, you see blue light, and that's your soul manifesting. And so it's ironic that the deciding to paint the pool blue, then turned it green, and the the green in Taoism is the liver wisdom, and the the universe is green in in Taoism, in Spring Force Qigong, the symbol for Spring Force Qigong. Let's see if I have it around here somewhere. Probably do. But so essentially that's the yin qi energy. But the thing about yin qi is that when you meditate, you're creating a yang shen by turning the light around with your eyes closed and then listening and relying on logical inference. And the and as my research has exposed, the process of listening then becomes superluminal. And so when you get super, so here's the green universe right here. That's the circle. The circle around the outside is green, and so this symbol is actually from Zonggong. Zonggong was the one of the biggest qigong movements in China back in the 90s before it got banned. And the irony is that the leader of Zong Zhong, I guess it'd be called Zhonggong, but his name was Zhong Hongbao, and he was considered the Donald Trump of qigong, where because he basically was trying to create it to be a self replicating business model, like a, network business model, sort of like Avon, or what do you call it? Avon, I guess, Tupperware, whatever, multi-marketed, multi-level marketing cult, I guess. It got declared to be a cult, but so the in traditionally in Taoism, you do, charge money for your the services, the healing, but it depends on the lineage, because obviously energy healers will, if they're in a like a small farm town or something, they're probably not going to be charging much money. Maybe take payment in food or whatever. But the irony is that there is a delayed time effect. So when you see that blue light, you are absorbing virtual photons from the future, which have negative frequency and time reversed force, and that is overlapping with the present and the past. And so then the present, the past is like stored up like a, it's like developing a photograph. So the when you meditate, you're able to reverse the karmic blockages, the energy blockages that accumulate when your eyes are open. Because when your eyes are open, the light is that of your soul is going out of your eyes and interacting with external reality, and then it's holographically, it's reflecting inside your body. So when you meditate a lot, you're able to have precognitive visions of the external world that you then holographically experience inside you as a frequency of light of the spirit. And that's what the different chakras are based on. So, like the Krishna and Hathor, the cow goddess of Egypt, they're blue. They all have blue bodies because, like the Zoroastrian myth of the cow jumping over the moon, the idea that the moon is blue. There, the when you see the blue light, like who else? Some of the a lot of the spiritual gurus of India, the yoga masters will talk about the blue light also. Like what's the Muktananda talked about the blue light, and Punjaji HWL Punja talked about the blue light, and so did Sri Dr. Sri Dhyan Yogi. He talked about the blue light. Um so again, the blue light, when you see that when you're meditating, then then you're internally resonating virtual photons that cannot be seen, and then externally you are creating golden light that can be seen. And that's the secret of alchemy, is that the golden light is the yang shen that then creates new matter. And in science, this is even studied, that the element gold is based on relativistic quantum chemistry, based on this same secret of the blue light and the virtual photons having a relativistic effect. And this the leader, the qigong master Zhang Hongbao, um he would even rely on Einstein relativity and say that, um every everything is energy and it's always being transformed. And so the irony is that there's a delayed time effect. So, like Qigong Master Yan Shin, he talked about how he had a friend who was staying with him, and he warned the friend that the friend would get energy blockages from Yan Shin's healing. So when Yan Shin was like the most famous Qigong master of China, and he he was the first person to he healed Chun Yulin of serious conditions and opened up Chun Yulin's third eye. That's described in Chun Yulin's book, Born a Healer. I don't think he doesn't name him as Yan Shin, but I even asked Chun Yulin about Yan Shin once, but like I saw a government documentary about Yan Shin when I first studied qigong with the Chinese immigrant community at the university. It was a Yan Shin meditation group, and they had the government documentary, and they translated for me in as the documentary was playing. And I've never seen this documentary online or anything. It was a VHS tape, so it remains like non-internet. What do you call it? I don't know. There should be a word for that when something has not yet been uploaded. But yeah. So the top scientists of China studied Yan Shin, and I've read the books about it and stuff. And so he warned his friend that the friend would get energy blockages, and that also happened to the qigong master. Um, the wife of the qigong master that he lived with, um, when he was doing really intense healing, early in his working with the Mayo Clinic doctors, and then um, she didn't survive either. She had so it's like the karmic blockages, they manifest, and this is what's happened with the reflecting pool is symptomatic of abrupt global warming on Earth because uh Trump is trying to blame it on terrorists, um and the fact is that Mother Nature is the terror, like the etymology of the word terror is terra, as in Mother Earth. And so Mother Nature is the terror, the ultimate terrorist as Kali, what in Indian belief, Kala means time, and then Kali is the cosmic mother of the universe. And you find that in ancient Greek um like philosophy, or it's from Zoroastrianism also, but they have a different definition of time, whether it's chronos or what's the other word for time? Can't remember right now, but they but in other words, um the Kali both destroys and creates new life, and that's what physics has proven, is that all matter is made of light. And so the energy just gets transformed, and the origin of matter in the universe is due to this inherent asymmetry of time as a eternal process, or action, or um but it's information as a difference between matter. So the in relativity they assume that you have to have matter as mass in order for time to exist, and if matter doesn't exist, then time no longer exists. But in non-commutativity, the time is the true eternity and exists on its own as this information, that in meditation is called like formless awareness, as the emptiness. And that's why there, in the end, there really is no master. And the word master is like a paradox, because as Chinny Lin explains, anything can be your master as long as it's teaching you something. So in this case, the reflecting pool is the master of Donald Trump, because it's teaching Trump that he can't even control the reflecting pool, and that Mother Nature's in charge. And his whole mantra has been drill, baby, drill. But the irony is that 80% of oil and coal is from algae. And so here he's freaking out about the algae, and he's totally against the algae, but in fact, that's where oil and coal come from. And he wants, clean coal, and to drill as much oil as possible. And yet he, like, totally freaks out about algae and calls it terrorism. um that's pretty much all I wanted to say. 15 minutes or so. So anyway, yeah, the spiritual masters, in the end, they all go back to the Wan Chi, and the Wan Chi is in control, and he cannot see it. And that's the irony, because in Western culture, seeing is believing, and you have to be able to replicate something for it to be real. But the Wan Chi cannot be replicated. It's always new and always fresh, and it manifests as new light, as a different frequency all the time. So it's the ultimate trickster of as the universe. And yeah, so the reflecting pool is like more than it's almost like a portal. It's become like an interdimensional portal of the future and the past overlapping and um Trump is freaking out about the reflecting pool and like, arresting people if they touch it or whatever, because then they're a terrorist or something. Yeah, it's kind of scary because it's like, well, what's he gonna do next? Nobody knows,